Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Did you see this? A February Deloitte report on corporate payments cites Ripple for clearing and settlement corporate payments. Okay guys, this is from a Deloitte report, Future of Corporate Payments, from just last month, February 2024. And I will link this in the description if you guys are interested. I'm not going to obviously go over the full thing for you guys, but it is there. The rise of non-conventional competition, fueling innovation and ecosystem collaboration. So really kind of focusing on the interoperability of this new style of payments, cross-border payments, as mentioned here, B2B e-commerce, also mentioned in this report. But down here, check this out. Clearing and Settlement, a US-based technology company, has created a parallel ecosystem in cross-border payments for businesses, leading to the disintermediation of banks. And guess who they're talking about, guys, there? You guessed it. If you take a look at that footnote here, you guys can see down here, number 9 is Ripple, of course. Oh, they're all linked. Let me go back there and let me just find that for you guys one more time. You guys can see Ripple Cross-Border Payment Solutions, number 9 there in the footnotes. And they're saying here a US-based technology company. That is who they are talking about. Ripple is working to create parallel ecosystem and cross-border payments for businesses, leading to the disintermediation of banks. So it is a big player in the space. Ripple has always been consistent in their messaging and always wanted to be interoperable. Never thought that they, wanted. I mean, they at a point, I think Ripple did want to compete with SWIFT, but I think there was a point very, very soon thereafter where they were saying, no, you know what? We've got to work with the banking system. There's no way we're going to overtake the king, maybe slowly but surely over time. And even, now recently Ripple has said, okay, I think there is going to be a chance that we do replace SWIFT, or maybe it wasn't Ripple, maybe it was somebody else. But, this is the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. Wrath of Kahneman down here, just to point out the obvious, it's interesting they cite how these retail paycos have all moved into corporate payments as well. So Ripple is not alone in this. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. Big tech companies, these big payment companies are also, they also want their piece of the pie too. So they have to adapt. They have to, whether they create their own technology through blockchain or partner with another company. Many of them are already partnering with Ripple. So some very interesting news here coming from Deloitte, which is another huge firm. So I wanted to thank Wrath of Kahneman just for pointing that out. Another one here, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman. Curious Capital Point, which is an Albanian real estate company using crypto for cross-border payments with cryptocurrencies, including XRP, have just published their numbers, and apparently some of their numbers include a 277 million XRP transaction. So he did just post the BitHomp Explorer link here, and I was trying to look for that transaction, but there are what looks to be hundreds of transactions here. I'm not going to go through them all, obviously, but one thing that I wanted to point out, which I thought was kind of interesting, is if you look over here, their Flare claim, when they were part of the snapshot. So I'm guessing their wallet was part of the snapshot there. 20.64 million Flare tokens. So you can only imagine how much XRP they did have originally. But they are using it for transactions. It's interesting. This is, again, an Albanian real estate company. Are you searching for top real estate investment opportunities in Albania? Capital Point is here to help you achieve your goals with exclusive opportunities and expert guidance. Don't miss out on this chance to elevate your real estate portfolio in new heights with Capital Point. So I will link this in the description for you guys. Again, another great observation here from the Wrath of Kahneman, just kind of digging in and looking to see, what kinds of transactions are we noticing here. And I bet you if you do go down here even further, I searched for quite a while here, but if you keep loading some of these, you might, one of those transactions might pop up. I'm looking for the 200 plus million XRP transaction, but it doesn't look like it's there. It looks like they do quite a few transactions per day anyway. So anyway, wanted to move on. 2 days ago, this is actually a little longer, but 2 days ago from the time of this post, the Bank of Ireland posted this, Regulatory Supervisory Outlook Report for 2024. The central bank has a very wide and expanding financial regulation remit covering more than 12,000 entities across a range of sectors providing financial services, So the rapid pace of digital innovation in the financial services sector is leading to the development of new capabilities, such as utilizing blockchain functionality to replace various operational processes and to facilitate new products based on crypto technology. Technological change and innovation bring significant opportunities for consumers and other users of financial services and for economic performance overall. So very interesting that the bank is doing this. This report just came out too. Central Bank of Ireland Regulatory and Supervisory Outlook from February 2024 Of course, guys, right down there on the list, we know Ripple is a partner of the Bank of Ireland. Earlier last year, they did come out mentioning that Ripple registered with the Central Bank of Ireland. This was actually from December, so not too long ago, only a couple of months ago. Ripple is now registered as a virtual asset service provider with the Central Bank of Ireland. The company explained that it will seek to provide services to clients across the European Economic Area once the Market in Crypto Assets Regulation, or MiCA, comes into force at the end of 2024, subject to the acquisition of other necessary licenses. So this was big news at that time. I know Ripple wanted a presence in Europe, and maybe tackling it from the Irish perspective is now their strategy. Of course, it only takes one country before you can start to permeate the others. And here we go. Paul Killarn here, posting the photo of Brad Garlinghouse dressed as a leprechaun. Very, very apropos. I got to say, anyway, wanted to thank Smoke there just for posting that. We know tokenization is also trending. It is becoming more and more important. And Crypto Eddie mentioning this, easy to see why Ripple is focusing on custody, smart contract partners, and tokenization. It far surpasses the scope of cross-border payments. So cross-border payments, guys, that was the first step. But the long-term potential, for all these other applications running on the XRP ledger, running through XRP, is massive. The long-term potential is $500 plus trillion USD. That is massive. And so she just posted her sources here from the Metaco website. Check this out. Ultimately, the long-term value proposition of assets to be tokenized is massive, from about $250 trillion in global capital markets to the $300 trillion plus for the global real estate market. So this is directly from the company that Ripple did purchase, Metaco, now getting into the custody game and the tokenization game. So you can see now what they are eyeing. Just recently, too, we did get some breaking news from the SEC. Johnny Crypto here bringing this to our attention. Gary Gensler and the SEC get a win against the crypto industry as the battle continues. So how did the SEC win, you ask? Well, there was a decision by Judge Tana Lin. She ruled that the case fell under the SEC's jurisdiction because the crypto assets at issue were securities, even though they were traded on Coinbase in the secondary market. So let me explain a little bit more. The new ruling in the SEC's Coinbase insider trading lawsuit comes as a blow to the crypto industry, as judge finds secondary token sales were securities. So this article just talks a little bit about the background here, and I will link this if you guys are interested. Wanted to just move down here, though. The concerning part is this. On Friday, Lin ruled in favor of the SEC, agreeing that sales of crypto assets constituted securities, even when they were sold on secondary markets. In her decision, she argued that the tokens were broadly promoted by issuers, therefore creating an expectation of increased value. Furthermore, the issuers facilitated trading on secondary markets like Coinbase. Now, would that include XRP? We thought XRP was going to be free and clear in secondary markets. Jeff Lynn here saying, this is like throwing mud on the wall and see what sticks. Johnny Crypto here responding, some mud usually sticks on the wall. 801 XRP saying, this is definitely fear, not your post, but the actual story. So, this is a bit of FUD, I gotta say. I will link this in the description for you guys, but it looks as though they are still trying to scare the retail traders. It is an interesting question because we do have people posting stuff like this, like Dark Horse. So now sales on the secondary market are securities. So where does that leave XRP? Very, very good question. But Bill Morgan responds here. Good question, he says. But is neutral news for XRP? So guys, this is not going to hinder XRP, at least not according to Bill. It does show how important the Judge Torres judgment was for XRP holders. Firstly, this was a default judgment concerning secondary market sales of several cryptos, and he lists the cryptos here, and they exclude XRP. Secondarily, Judge Torres already found that XRP itself is not a security. Thirdly, this decision to which you refer to is a default judgment in proceedings that did not involve the issuers of the alleged crypto securities as parties. It gives no finding that the res judicata or causes the collateral estoppel of any other parties except those parties in this matter. So at least according to Bill, it doesn't seem like there is an issue there. The exchange does go on down here. Dark Horse defending his stance. Bill Morgan responding here. And I will link this in the description if you guys want to read further. But then I came across this guy's courtesy of Luke Thomas. Once the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit ends in April of 2024, with the verdict in Ripple's favor, expected between April 24 and August 2025, depending on Judge Torres, no retail investors will be able to buy XRP for less than $1 ever again. I think that price is probably going to be higher than $1. But if you check out this TikTok video, this again was from the lawsuit. In here, I'm going to try to punch in on this little screen grab. In discovery, the parties produced over 1,700 contracts which are specific agreements by which Ripple transferred XRP to contractual counterparties in a variety of commercial transactions. In his expert report, David Schwartz organizes the 1,700 XRP contracts into 4 primary categories, and then he lists the categories there. But guys, 1,700 contracts with specific agreements. How many partnerships do we already know of when it comes to Ripple? I'd say about 300 plus, 400 contracts. They're saying here that there are 1,700 different contracts. So you got to think, how many of those are possibly NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, where maybe Ripple and their potential partners have agreed that they would not discuss their potential partnership because of mass FOMOing into XRP. It is a possibility. I mean, it just kind of goes along the lines of what we've been hearing now with this R3 Ripple connection too. Mikkel emphasizes the high probability of cooperation between XRP and R3 as the following phrase was used in the official IMF report. I don't know if you guys caught Mikkel's video. The link is here. I'm going to play you guys this clip courtesy of XRP Drops. Listen to this.
Now, the thing that's really blowing up this speculation in the XRP community right now that everyone's talking about is a new IMF report that was just released, where essentially in that report, they talk about a blockchain technology with issue stablecoins built on R3 XRP blockchain. Now, that's worded very interesting because what we know is people have said forever R3 is not using XRP. It was just a test in the past. That's not happening anymore. But this IMF report was released in February 2024, and it specifically calls out R3 XRP blockchain.
I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want to watch the video, I will link this tweet in the description because I wanted to get onto some more points regarding this. Remember when Moonchaser posted this back in October of last year? Ripples in Wales retweeting, "Dear XRP community, let's clear up the R3 Corda settler using XRP false and misinformed narrative once and for all." So now we have, this new IMF report coming out at the end of February. Is XRP being used on the R3 blockchain? Well, for those of you guys who do not remember, we talked about this about 4 months ago. This is a video I did back then, October 2023. And here's what we got at that point. Moonchaser here giving us the nitty gritty in an 8-tweet thread. Let's clear up the R3 Corda settler using XRP false and misinformation narrative once and for all. R3 is not using XRP or the XRP ledger for that matter. R3 Corda uses XDC. So for you guys who are invested in XDC, well, you should be pretty excited about this, I guess. Moonchaser continuing by saying, yes, back in 2018, there was a huge announcement made of R3 Cordas utilizing XRP and the XRPL as their first settlement mechanism. Unfortunately, this was only a proof of concept and never transpired. What eventuated was a nasty lawsuit between R3 and Ripple. You guys remember that? We will be hard-pressed to hear anything from Ripple or R3 because there was a confidential settlement. And guys, here's the ledgerinsights.com article to that effect. Hence, you will find both companies, R3 and Ripple, no longer mentioning each other since their acrimonious lawsuit and subsequent settlement. There is a legal reason for this. To better understand what is happening, SBI Group is the largest shareholder of R3 and sits on the board of both R3 and Ripple. SBI Holdings, as an important shareholder of R3 and Ripple, will foster and facilitate the growth of these two companies and their pertaining cryptocurrency ecosystems. She continues by saying, FYI, in January of 2019, SBI formed a new entity called SBI R3 Japan as a joint venture with R3, whose largest external shareholders is SBI Holdings. They provide Corda licenses and implementation support in Japan and plan-related matters. We also support collaboration with R3's overseas bases and Corda partners. Okay, the new way Twitter is, I don't really like how I have to click and then go back. Anyway, what is R3 Corda? Well, R3 Corda is a permission DLT platform which enables the building of applications that foster and deliver digital trust between parties in regulated markets. R3 Corda has integrated the EVM-compatible XDC network, and their primary settlement token is XDC. Shock horror to XRP maxis. Down here, she says, lastly, I've spoken to those in the know and can definitively say that at this moment in time, R3 Corda does not use XRP nor the XRPL for that matter. Besides the availability of any public information, there is no activity on the XRP ledger to back up R3 Corda using XRP or the XRPL. This is not a matter of trust me, bro, or FUD. The XRP ledger is a great DLT, so why not speak facts in current projects? There is much for the community to be excited about. So, conclusively, Moonchaser has summed it up, R3 not in fact using the XRPL. Okay, so there was that tweet from back in October of 2023, long tweet thread, which is this exact one. I will link this in the description. But then David Schwartz, guys, followed up, and I did a video a few weeks later here, November 2023, clearing up some of those, some of the misnomers here. Somebody posted in a tweet thread a whole list, 10 things, something like, 10 things the XRP community needs to learn as a bit of a lark. But David Schwartz did comment on some of this regarding the R3 partnership. Listen to this. What David Schwartz mentions here was truly shocking, though. To my knowledge, all of these things are essentially true. There are some small exceptions, such as this one. Now, remember, guys, we were talking about R3 ditching XRP and the XRPL, but it looks as though David Schwartz has some new information for us here. Shaping the future of regulated markets, he posted the R3 post from December of 2018. R3 launches universal settler application to facilitate global payments on Corda. XRP, the first settlement mechanism. Now, again, an older article, but David Schwartz is posting this basically 19 hours ago. So he's saying, no, this is still true. Even though we had some people in the XRP community, including influencers, saying, no, this is not true. This is old news. This is garbage that's being rehashed. This is bad. This is, this is, right? This is why, guys, you got to keep on top of these things. And this is why I bring to you guys the latest. So R3, the world's leading developer of enterprise blockchain solutions for business today, launched the new Corda settler. And so they're saying payments, traditional blockchain-based XRP is the first cryptocurrency to be supported by the settler, bringing the Corda and XRP ecosystems into closer alignment. And David Schwartz, as of 19 hours ago, says, nope, small exceptions, including Corda settler. Even when you Google R3, how many XRP, this one courtesy of Ian Binns here, the company bought 1.04 billion XRP tokens in 2019 as part of a settlement. So that was because of their settlement. They were also in court with Ripple. R3, whose largest shareholder is SBI Group, leads the development of Corda, a blockchain platform dedicated to business transactions. Now note that too, R3, whose largest shareholder is SBI Group. The reason I say that is because, check this out, from Cooper Dog Dad here on Twitter, also bringing up that same phrase here, SBI Holdings, okay? So when you take a look at this, America's oldest bank, BNY Mellon, will hold that crypto now. We know BNY Mellon is very cozy with Ripple, but check this out, guys. Tim Keeney, okay? He's a retired vice chairman of BNY Mellon. He was also on the board at PolySign, including David Schwartz and Arthur Brito. Also note too, SBI Group, Japan's largest shareholder, include the Bank of New York Mellon. So there you have it, guys. Even David Schwartz has come out and said, you know, all of those things seem a bit true, except for this particular one, and that has to do with R3 leveraging XRP as one of their potential settlement mechanisms. Not to mention, we also have this, guys, from Riz, R3 XRP blockchain. This is Richard G. Brown, Chief Technology Officer at R3, being interviewed about Ripple and XRP. Listen to this.
Still working with Ripple at all as a company? I know that there was, some extracurricular, activity that was working its way through the courts, but and it's since been resolved. But I'm curious if there's ongoing discussions, since one of their primary focus is on the interbank settlement component that you're also touching.
So, frankly, Ripple's probably the only topic I can't talk about. So I just don't talk about it. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
And the genesis for this call, really, you're at least.
And just to confirm, he is drinking out of an R3 mug. So there you guys go. An employee of R3, the Chief Technology Officer of R3, Richard G. Brown, commenting that he cannot speak of this partnership. David Schwartz, though, seems to have let the cat out of the bag back in November. So does that sum it up? Can we put this to rest? Is R3 utilizing XRP? Could it be one of the 1,700 NDAs that have been confirmed by this court document? I don't know, guys. Things are getting very, very spicy. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.